Alright, let's dive into a showdown that's shaping the world economy: the United States' financialized capitalism versus China's industrialized capitalism. You might think capitalism is just capitalism, but trust me, these two superpowers play the game very differently, and it impacts all of us. First up, let's talk about financialized capitalism, the American way. In the US, money doesn't just come from making stuff, it comes from moving money itself. Wall Street is king. Big banks, hedge funds, and private equity firms spend their days trading stocks, taking companies public, and creating complex financial products. Companies often focus more on their stock prices than on building factories or hiring more workers. Why? Because profits from investments and financial engineering can be faster and sometimes bigger than making things the old-fashioned way. Now, over in China, the story's completely different. China's version of capitalism is industrialized to its core. Here, the government and state-owned enterprises pour massive resources into manufacturing, think electronics, steel, cars, solar panels. The focus is on making real, tangible stuff and exporting it all over the world. Instead of Wall Street, you have entire cities dedicated to factories and assembly lines. Policies are all about building infrastructure, upgrading technology, and keeping millions of workers busy. So what's the real-world impact? In the US, you get a super dynamic financial sector, crazy innovation in tech and services, and a reputation for entrepreneurship. But this can also mean fewer manufacturing jobs, more economic inequality, and sometimes risky financial bubbles. China, on the other hand, gets rapid urbanization, millions lifted out of poverty, and global dominance in manufacturing. But it also faces pollution, overcapacity, and sometimes less individual freedom for entrepreneurs. Here's the twist. Both systems have strengths and both have weaknesses. America's financial muscle makes it great at raising capital and sparking innovation, but sometimes it forgets about the real economy. China's industrial power builds cities and jobs, but it can be slow to adapt and stifle creativity. So, which model is better? Honestly, it depends on what you value. Financial opportunity and innovation, or steady jobs and massive infrastructure. And as the world economy gets more interconnected, each side is starting to borrow a little from the other. America is rethinking its industrial strategy, and China is playing more in finance. In the end, this isn't just an economic rivalry, it's a battle over the future shape of capitalism itself. And wherever you live, the outcome will shape your world. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want more breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.